Hi, I'm an old guy and I do maths, and today's video is headed up thinking your way to a solution. And what I wanted to do was take the opportunity to go through the mental processes of how you would solve something like this. Now, when you start out with quadratic trinomials, one of the things that you're told to do is to find the factors of c, this constant, that add to the number in front of the x here. In this case, it's -1. Now, that's fine as long as things are within the 0 to 12 times tables, or the 1 to 12 times tables. So once they get outside that, you sometimes, if you don't have access to a calculator or something like that, you have to do a little bit of thinking. And this is the first of maybe a few of these that I'll just post and talk my way through it. So what have we got here? Well, x squared minus x minus 156 equals 0, and we're looking for a solution for that. So we start here. Now 156 is just outside the range of normal times tables. You learn up to 12 12s are 144. And I sometimes show this in a slightly different form, this set of, well, let me write here what I'm talking about. So I sometimes give my students this problem to solve. And it's surprising how many can't. There should be a negative there, I beg your pardon. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this first, and then I'm going to come back to this. Okay, so x squared plus 25x plus 156 equals 0. Now, there are clues in here. This is outside the range of times tables. It's not that far outside the range. What's the difference between 156 and 144? Well, it's 12. 12 12s are 144. We've got a number in the middle here that is 25. So what would give us 25 if one of the factors is 12? Well, 13. And so, indeed, the factors of this are x plus 12 and x plus 13, and the solutions are x equals -12, -13. Okay, so I'll just write that a little more clearly. That's a 13. Actually, that's a mess. That is a 13, -13. Okay, now we come back up to this, and here we've got a negative. Now we know that 12 13s are 156. This is negative. One of those numbers must be negative. And here we have -1. When you put those two numbers together, the two factors of this, one of which is negative, they must come to -1. So I'll give myself some room here. X squared minus x minus 156 equals 0. So we know that unless we're sadly mistaken, we have 12 and 13 as parts of the solution here. The question is which is positive and which is negative. We want -1. I'll put a -1 there so it's really obvious. We've got a negative here. One of these must be negative. How do we get -1 when we combine 12 and 13? Well, the answer is there. And so x is equal to 13 or -12. And my handwriting's improving, obviously. Now that's just a way of thinking your way through these. That's what goes on in my head as I'm doing these. What will possibly multiply to that. It's got to be positive and negative. What, when combined, will give me this? One of them's got to be negative. As this number is negative, the larger of the two numbers, in terms of its magnitude, the size of the number, will be negative. Anyway, thank you for your attention. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.